Chris Forsberg wrote the following on NBCSportsBoston.com. It's absolutely fair, he says, to label the Celtics legitimate title contenders. Boston owns the NBA's best defense for the entirety of the season, and that alone gives this team a chance in any matchup. The offense has shown encouraging signs of progress, and catch a trademark, Jason Tatum late season hot streak. And it's not unfathomable that this team could legitimately surge deep into the postseason. You know who disagrees? This guy.
The Celtics sweep the homestand. 54 for Jason Tatum. An epic afternoon.
They've regained the ground they lost the last year and a half. But is that really long-term? Is that progress? If you're climbing a mountain and you slip and you climb back to where you were, did you climb to a point you weren't at before? I don't think so.
You are still skeptical of the Celtics, even after what they've done the last two nights.
Did we not learn this during the Brad Stevens era? We've seen the Celtics have these stretches before. A 7-game series and multiple 7-game series, that's a different animal. You know, all their starters played, 30-plus minutes. I think they all played more than 35 minutes. I mean, that's a lot to ask when you start to get into your third or fourth playoff round.
Yeah, it's Gasper the other night. He's had a couple days to think about it.
I love the music.
Team.
I love the music, too.
I love the rock climbing, and that really makes my point. If that guy gets back to that point, do they really advance?
Okay, so you tell me, why are you less optimistic on the Celtics than most people?
Because I feel like the Celtics operate as an organization and with their fan base with no consequences. Forsberg's my boy. I've known him forever. I read that piece.
Oh, here comes
There's also part of it where it says no matter what, enjoy the ride. So wait, which is it? Legitimate title contenders, which means, hey, you go into this thing, and if you don't get out of the East, then it's like we underachieved. Or is it we enjoy the ride because no matter what happens, it's great. And that's where I think, people obviously did enjoy the 25-25 start, and I'm right there with them. And now the Celtics have reestablished themselves to where they should have been all along, where they were a couple years ago when they lost to Miami in the Eastern Conference Finals. But now you want to tell me that's growth in terms of macro. It's not. It's micro growth.
Forget growth.
Okay.
Right. I mean, whether they've grown or not, that's not our question. The question is, do you view them as contenders?
To do what? Get out of the East?
Yes.
Yeah, they can get out of the East, sure. But so can a lot of other teams. I don't look at them and say, this is the clear favorite to get out of the East. There are teams above them, I would say, have a better chance to get out of the East.
Okay, again, you had them 6th a couple weeks ago. Do you still have them 6th?
6th. I think they were 6th in the standings.
No, you said 6th, but you did 6th team in the East. Would you still say they're the 6th team in the East behind teams like Cleveland and Chicago?
No, they're not behind Cleveland. With Chicago, I still think it's a toss-up.
Chicago.
Yeah.
Hey, listen.
If Chicago gets healthy.
No. I was telling Felger before the show, great stat about Chicago. Against the top 3 teams in both conferences. You know how many wins they have? Just guess. Zero. Okay.
How many of those games do they have their full group of people?
It's 14 games. It's a pretty good.
But I keep hearing about this.
Size.
But with the Celtics, I hear about, this is the turnaround.
We'll talk about the Celtics in a second, but I just want to knock down Chicago before we get to the Celtics.
So health doesn't matter. Because with the Celtics, I hear about, here's the record with the starting 5, and this is why they turned it around.
Can't both things be true? Okay, what you're saying about the Celtics and lack of accountability and no consequences and the fan base and the organization, so you got an issue with them. I get it. Yeah. Can't that be true that they want it both ways? But in this case, this is a title contender. So both things are true, right?
I mean,
can't both things be true?
Did you expect them to be a title contender before the year started?
I didn't.
Well, yes. I didn't
think they'd be a title contender before the year started. So then we're going
to we're basing their title contention on a 16 game. So
throw
out the first 50 games, and they're good after that, and all that matters is the other games, and now you're a title contender.
Tell me what you see now. I feel like you've got, this is a relationship thing.
I just think they've gotten back to where they should have been before. Which is a team that's strongly in the mix. But to me, title favorite? How many games?
No one said favorite.
So
what they're saying is contender. And I'm not this guy that says just enjoy the ride. No. I've said from the start, they have the talent to be this kind of team. So now they're realizing their potential. Fine. If they lose or don't take a team to 6 or 7 games, it's an underachievement. If they lose to Chicago, underachievement. If they lose to Cleveland, underachievement. If they lose to Philly, I think that's an underachievement.
That's tough.
No, I
don't buy that.
I don't buy that either.
Fine, hold on.
Or they have the MVP of the league and Embiid.
And I think Tatum's better. I told you this the other night.
Okay, you did. And then I tried to pin you down on this. So you're basically saying you think Tatum's better than the MVP of the league. So then to me, what you need to say is that they should win the championship.
No.
They have the best player player in the league.
Chris, listen.
What? You can't have it both ways.
Yes, I can.
You really are being a Celtics
No,
Bobo.
I'm not.
You
No,
are.
I'm not.
This
Chris.
is Boboism.
Chris.
They have the best player in the conference, but if they don't get out of the conference, it's okay. Enjoy the ride.
I didn't say they have the best player in the conference.
I said he's better than Embiid, who's the MVP of the league.
I think Giannis is the best player in the conference. So, okay, don't put words in my mouth.
You said he was better than Giannis on Sunday, too.
Listen for a second. There is no shame. I don't get on him if they take the Bucks or a fully loaded Nets team to 6 or 7 games. It's Giannis's time. You don't get past him. I'm not going to get on him for it. Durant's better than Jason Tatum. If they lose to Durant, it's Durant's time. I'm not going to get on him. If they lose to anyone else or don't stretch it to 7 games against anyone else, it's an underachievement. So I'm not going to enjoy the ride.
I don't buy that. I still think Philadelphia and I can't stand James Harden. I can't stand the way James Harden plays and how he gets out of tough situations. But James Harden and Joel Embiid is a devastating duo in Philadelphia. And why do we keep doing it? We did this a couple of years ago in the bubble with Miami. Remember before that series started? Man, the Celtics they probably win this in 5. They win this in 6. And then they dealt with Jimmy Butler and Tyler Hero and Eric Spoelstra's coaching. And everybody was surprised that, hey, Miami just kind of ragdolled you and got you out of the way. Miami is better than the Celtics. And is Jimmy Butler better than Jason Tatum right now? No. But Miami is better than the Celtics, and they're playing like
So
that.
let me ask you this. So I agree with everything you guys are saying. So you guys are mad at me because I don't have the Celtics as the 4th best team.
I'm mad at you for different reasons.
Well, no. I mean, the thing about Chicago, come on.
I like Chicago, and Chicago's ahead of them in the standings. And I think if Chicago's fully healthy with Lonzo Ball, Vucevic, DeMar DeRozan, and Levine. Well, here's the thing, though, Michael. Everybody says, the Celtics, they've turned around. Marcus Smart's playing the best basketball of his career. They expect that to continue.
Right.
But then I bring up DeMar DeRozan playing the best basketball of his career, and people are like, no, he's just having a hot streak. So if it's Marcus Smart, who's never made an all-star team, he's going to keep ascending and playing at this level. If it's DeMar DeRozan, it's like, no, this is just like a hot stretch. He's not really that good. Gotcha. I understand, Celtics Nation. Gotcha, 100%.
So many straw men. Who said that? Who is saying this?
I love the straw men, though.
Who's saying this?
Played.
Who's saying this about DeMar DeRozan?
But you scoff when I bring up Chicago. And I'm assuming Marcus Smart is one of the reasons you're so high on the Celtics.
No, I'm scoffing at Chicago because they don't beat good teams. Don't tell me they haven't been healthy all year. They've had a healthy team at some point in the season.
Lonzo Ball's been out for a long time. Yeah, but
okay, all right. So if Lonzo Ball has been out for the season, now I'm going to turn it around then.
Yeah.
If you haven't been healthy all season, why should I think you're going to get healthy during the playoffs? And if you come back, why should I assume that you're back to your peak level if you've been out for a long time, you've missed conditioning?
So why should I assume Robert Williams won't get hurt? Because his track record says
he usually does. He usually does. Okay. You have to go with what you see. And what I see is a team that hasn't beaten.
If you take Robert Williams out of it, there's no way they're a contender.
What I see with the Bulls is a team that hasn't beaten contenders, and I've seen the Celtics beat contenders since January 23rd.
When they're healthy. When they have their starting 5, which is all the numbers.
I hope we get Celtics Chicago now. Because the Celtics either wipe the floor with them, and if they don't,
Bulls are not.
If the Celtics don't wipe the floor with the Bulls, it's a massive underachievement.
Don't cape up for the Chicago Bulls. Come on, Gasper. Not them.
NBC Sports Chicago, call me.